How to do buckaroos one more time with some mother humping feeling. Damn. You heard me say this before. I had a hard time getting this one getting the video set up, but damn, this one's been something else, man. I did a video earlier, a couple hours ago now, that went fine, and not a hitch. Didn't change anything, and I go to set this one up, and the angle will not get right for some reason. So I finally get it freaking right, and my backdrop is. I get about halfway through the damn video, my backdrop is, so I've got to stop and start again. I do it again. Takes me 30 more minutes to get it freaking going, and my backdrop runs out. So I've got to fix it. For some reason, it's not going back to the beginning, so I made sure it went back to the very damn beginning this time, because I'm about ready to take a hostage at this point. Anyways, hey out there, girl, you know, I am doing a beer whisperer. I drink beer, and I say stuff. Yeah, I get frustrated from time to time. Anyways, I digress. So I'm having the Dogfish had 120-minute IPA, which I haven't had before. I drank this. The glass was completely full, so I drank that much as I tried to do the video. I'm glad I didn't get any further than that, though. They tell you to use an IPA glass. I'm using whatever the hell you call this glass. Color copper deep orange with a slight haze. Yeah, why the hell not? Aroma, sweet citrus, piney, floral, hop aromas, almost candy-like. The flavors are hop with some resin character. They tell you it's between 15 to 20%, and I'm not seeing, 120 IBUs. They call it an Imperial IPA. I know anything this big is certainly going to have some barley wine characteristics. 120 IBUs surely makes it an IPA, right? So, yeah, you get a lot of floral notes on the nose. Now, this ain't my house, man. It's just a picture on my TV if I can get the damn thing to run for me. It is a little sweet on the nose. Yeah, I get orange blossom, honeysuckle. I get some honey-like notes, honey-like sweetness on the nose. Certainly are going to feel some orange zest, some grapefruit as well. Like I'm getting some plum, too. That's my second sip because I didn't have a sip there when I started doing the last video when my backdrop ended, and I made that exact same face. I didn't think it happened twice, but man, this thing is just it's just amazing. I'm not even sure how to describe those flavors yet, though. So give me a break here, or give me a minute. A minute was what I meant to say. Holy biscuits! Holy biscuits! It has taken me a while to get this set up, so although I had this cold to start with, it's probably right at the temperature it ought to be to drink. Mother's put out this glass for their Foggy Notion barley wine, so I figure it'll work for this. I tell you, piney, resiny. Let me go back over here again. Flavors. Flavor hoppy with some hop resin character. Okay. Hoppy with some pine. That's rather general, I would say, but okay. Feeling a hint of stone fruit in there, somewhere between apricot or a combination of apricot and plum, to be honest with you, somewhere in the middle. I'm feeling like a touch of tangerine in there. I was getting more orange on the nose. I'm feeling more tangerine in the flavor. Certainly resiny. The finish is drier than I expected it to be honest with you. This is beautiful. I mean, it really is. Imperial IPA. Do I think it's Imperial IPA? Well, I mean, it's 120 IBUs. You really can't call it anything else. But yeah, it certainly is barley wine-like. I mean, you got folks that say, well, beer can't change styles. No, but styles are up for interpretation. Just because somebody calls something a specific style doesn't mean that's really what it is. And let's keep in mind what a barley wine is. A barley wine is a high ABV beer. There isn't a set, there isn't a formula or a recipe specific for a barley wine. It can contain any mash bill. So what we consider a double IPA now, 30 years ago, would just be called a barley wine. In fact, highly hopped or heavier hopped barley wines were just an American style barley wine, because most English versions are much less. And they do say that this does age well. So they you have that ignorant mindset of some of these younger drinkers that an IPA can't be drank after a minute and a half after it was bottled. Yeah, they're telling you age the damn thing. They say candy-like. Yeah, you do get some sweet notes in there. But then it is odd, though. Some of these flavors start off sweet. Right there, I was feeling kind of almost some cherry, like candied cherry, and then it just kind of just tarts up a little bit. Not quite the sour, but tarts up. It's a very interesting beer, by golly. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I could talk about this beer for hours and come up with something different. It is that complex, both aromatically and flavor-wise. There's a lot damn going on here, so I'm just going to tell you, yeah, whatever the price you got to pay for this, it is at least trying once. It is. When I first saw it, I didn't buy it because, well, it seemed awful pricey to me, and I really didn't have that kind of money on me. But then I asked a friend. I asked a friend, "Is this a normal price for this beer?" I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to pay too much if I wasn't going to pay for it. And he said, "Well, they pay X amount. It goes between X and X, and the amount I was paying was a little bit less per bottle. Although I had to buy a 4-pack and not a single bottle, so." 4-pack I paid more, but per bottle I paid less than what the average on this beer is. Quite frankly, it's worth it, and I'll tell you why. If you've got to pay, if it averages out to, if your 4-pack price averages out to $20 per 24 ounces, even though that does seem very expensive, right? CBS at 12%, a barrel-aged Imperial Stout was suggested 25 per bottle for 20-ounce beer. I recently paid $20 a bottle for some barrel-aged barley wines that were 11 and 12% respectively. This isn't barrel-aged, but I'm saying for a specialty beer of this ABV of 15 to 20%, $20 per 24 ounces, which would be a little more than a bummer, certainly isn't. Oh, excuse me. I hope I didn't get any of that on you. Certainly isn't too expensive. Although the price seems high, this really is one you want to sit and enjoy. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, BeerVangelist, prolific beer drinker, Purveyor of Wisdom, man, all around good guy. Boy, I got to tell you, this one really was a bitch to set up. I know I've said that before, but man, it was just odd though that I had a video run so perfect, right? I had to go, no issues at all. And go to run the second one, and it started out perfect too, and then my backdrop there, so I had to reset. And when I went to hit play again, for some reason, my angle, I just couldn't get the backdrop in the angle right, and I was just getting really irritated, which is one reason I like when my wife happens to be here with me tonight. I like when she's not here, because then I cuss and scream and get mad, and then I get over it quickly, when I get ready to go. But when she's here, I'm more self-conscious about that, and I know she doesn't like to hear me cuss. So it frustrates me that I get frustrated that I'm frustrated and have to cuss. I also get frustrated that I know she's frustrated with me cussing. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like a double-edged thing going on. No, I'm frustrated because I'm frustrated, and she's frustrated that I'm frustrated. Have any of you found any of that? See, now that I've drank this much of this beer, what I just said makes sense to me. Anyways, hey, Dogfish had 120 minute IPA. Yes, I recommend it highly. I personally really think it is that good. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, BeerVangelist, brother, beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around good guy.